Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up. And we'll be getting underway very soon. So straight into the action. Alexander-Arnold with the delivery. Well, here is the multifaceted Christian Panucci, looking the very epitome of game intellect, never short on nous.
I like the fact that he's quite old-fashioned, and that's a compliment.
And it makes it all the more amazing, of course, that he is one of Italy's most prolific goal-scoring defenders.
Yeah, and he's not the type to constantly go bombing forward, but he knew when it was best to overlap, and when he did, he always made it count.
Pino. And it's Alexander-Arnold. And Alexander-Arnold. And here's Pino. Cross goes in there. And that's the keeper's ball. And he's forced to go back. Rijkaard. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Patience, the overwhelming virtue in this game so far. Alexander-Arnold. First quarter of an hour gone. Now it's Ronaldinho. Pavlovic cuts out the pass. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Now it's Lopez. Oh, perfectly measured. Batistuta! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. And this is Batistuta. Can he get on the... Tries a shot! There it is! And it's Ghana who go in front. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Ghana are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Chance for a shot! And no mistake. And they're threatening to fly away here. Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
Ghana are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Dani Olmo. Lovely ball and a real chance now. And they're quick to get it back. Bruno Fernandes. Ghana have hit a quick-fire double here and are well and truly in the driving seat. And it's Ronaldinho! And it's there! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
3-0 and there's the shot! And the keeper couldn't hold it. No way through there. And here's Kane. Now he's got space here. Oh, super ball. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Oh, this looks sharp. Now it's Dani Olmo. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? And he shoots! And a neat finish! And with that, he takes home the match ball. As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
Ghana are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Now it's Pino. Mbappe. And this is Batistuta. That is a great pick out. Picked out brilliant. And the finish! That's another chance. And there's a goal. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Pass somewhat off target. And it's Rodri. He's having a pop! Oh, he really got hold of that.
Madrid really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here, the supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So things are underway. Played into space. It's a pretty loose pass. It's an inviting looking ball, that.
Raphael Varane is someone I've always liked a lot for his incredible discipline and intelligence, Peter. So often having to play a covering role for a more aggressive partner, he really has made that style his own.
Yeah, that's something for which he has rightly received a lot of praise in view of the kind of players he's been paired with down the years.
Yeah, and something he can do thanks to his great recovery pace and an outstanding sense of positioning too.
Dembele. And it's Yaya Toure. Yaya Toure, and he's had it nicked away. Conte.
They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
Varane cuts it out. A long ball by the goalkeeper, and he was quick to react. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Kenya ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. And here's Azar. Neither side especially adventurous early on. Well timed, excellent interception. Panucci kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And it's Lopez. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
He made it look a bit predictable.
He's had a shot! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Well, that was highly impressive. He went through them like a knife through butter, so that's raised an alarm or two.
That has not gone well. Yaya Toure. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, easy pickings there. Ghana yet to have an attempt on goal. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Baresi is very much of the non-shell pass school of defending. Not the most accurate pass. Nicely weighted ball. Can he latch on to this? Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Cross flung in towards the middle. Kenya are a team that take pride in possession.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. They like to be brave with the ball, get on it, have a go, Peter, try something different. They certainly have the players who are very eager to take that on.
Bale. And this is Azar. Kante did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Silvestre. And here's Lopez. Lopez. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Rijkaard gets across to intercept that. Tries to play it through, and he skips past his man. He has found the way. Big chance! He's scored! That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
So the first moment of real significance.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here. And while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely...
Fermin! Baresi going vertical.
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Can he get onto this? He's found the way through. Oh, the ball's gone astray. Yes, great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. He steps in, and that's the end of that. So, a temporary halt to the action. So, a steady, solid, and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break. Ghana currently behind by 1-0 at the break.
It's been a pretty tepid display. They'll want to use this break wisely to regroup and come out with some fresh initiatives. This is all still very salvageable, maybe even winnable.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. So right back into the action.
Ghana can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
And it's Batistuta. Batistuta is onto this. Tries to shoot! Oh, it's a stunning goal! A finish of true class! They are right back in business.
Well, you have to credit the desire there.
And he shoots! Now, who's going to be first to this? Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Played out wide. Succumbs to the pressure. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. It's a searching pass. Tries a shot! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
That has been slung wide.
Mission 1 has been accomplished, so why not continue with the same approach?
And this is Bale, spread out to the left. Now it's Hazard. He's picked his way through. Now it's Dembele. Here it is, crossed in. And that has been knocked clear.
Well, that was well positioned and well pitched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Short changes him with that pass. Well, we expected better, and so did he. That is ended up in no man's land. Batistuta is onto it in a flash. Hazard, laid out to the left flank. Cross is blocked, and that's a corner. Kenya with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And the shot! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. No, just not quite. Kenya have their second corner now. And the shot! And it's in! And they're back in front! That was fabulous, the most adept of touches, the smoothest of finishes.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
Substitution.
Kenya choosing to make the first change. Kenya with the lead. Great vision. That's going to go a long way. There will be a throw-in. Hangs in across. And that should get the job done. RONALDINHO being given no time to dwell on the ball here.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind them up in the process, Peter.
Varane clears. Oh no, what has happened here? Tanucci concedes a free kick for that. Well, he knows very well that he is already walking a tightrope.
Substitution for Ghana. Number 5.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
14,
This looks very much like a shoring up of the rear guard.
Number
Yeah, and that's
16,
not totally surprising. The manager obviously felt his
Number
defence needed
23,
reinforcement. He can't afford a repeat.
Number 18, Ronaldinho. Coming on the field, number 3,
Gattuso.
Martin Cáceres.
Lovely pass, but
Number
can he
20,
get there?
Berbatov.
Goes for a
Number
shot! And it's in! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
So the lead now is 2.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
That's an imaginative pass.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And this is Hullet. Judge, surely! That is delicious! A finish right from the top draw. And with that, it is pretty much a done deal. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like...
And the finish! Outstanding save to keep that out.
It might not be such a bad idea playing this short and into feet.
Yeah, they've got to find a way around this huge height disadvantage. A real chance!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Dealt with nicely by the defence. Berbatov! And he hits the net! That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
And that's it. So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So straight, he's been bundled over. That is a foul. It's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. I do think he's feeling the effects of that tackle. What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes.
Well, it's quite simple. They have the best man for the job on it.
Messi! Nearly, but not quite.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Driven forward. Batistuta is sharing after that one. Yamal running with the ball. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Peter, I think it would be impossible to overlook this fella, Lamine Yamal. Obviously, he's often deployed as an inverted winger, but what stands out in his game is that he really thrives on one-on-one situations.
He's had a shot! Not a bad try by any means.
Messi has taken on too much there. That isn't one of the areas he thrives on.
Up towards the front line. No, that's been intercepted. Kukçu. Yamal. Chance! Goal! Botafogo! And Botafogo are in front. A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
Ghana are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. And this is Neymar. Neymar, rapid and full of intent. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Caught offside that time. Quarter of an hour played. That's a shade optimistic. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Ghana clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
That is Conte. Paixão making good progress. Zanetti with the slide tackle there. Distributed tidily. And this is Kante.
Ghana really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Alexander-Arnold. And here's Yamal. And that's been intercepted. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. He's picked his way through. Well, he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. Fermin. Now it's Batistuta. Vermaelen. That's good vision. Kante can get it clear. Yep, it's a corner. And we have our very first corner. And he's quick to get rid. Conte. Now, can they get him away? Botafogo are looking to go forward now. Oh, important interception. Kante running with intent. That is a great pick out. He's got away. And a chance! Off the post. And that's a good finish. And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. Paixão duly reaps his reward, kept his cool whilst the defence lost their bearings.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Botafogo are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
There's a certain authoritativeness in everything they do now. If they want to kill off this game, now's the time to get it done. Botafogo have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Dani Olmo. And they win it back again. Now it's Kukçu, spread to the right. Very nicely done. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And this is Batistuta. And that's a sharp finish. He's played it long. And Bronkhorst gets across to intercept that, looking to pass their way up the pitch. And here's Batistuta, takes a shot! Oh, the ball's went loose here. Kukçu. Pass somewhat off target. Oh, this looks sharp. And he's been shifted off it. That's a lovely, neat pass. Oh, that's a key interception. That's the end of the first 45. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. Down to business again.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
It's Neymar! Just cruising! They are cruising! With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing. Gorgeous, just gorgeous.
Oh, give me this every week. The technical ability was superb, and you can see he meant it.
Shot a goal! Ghana have their second corner now. And it's been hooked away. And the shot! And the keeper couldn't hold it. And it's in! It could be a lifeline! 2 more needed! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, Peter, I know from experience there are players who always seem to know where the ball's going to end up. This isn't about luck at all, despite what people say. Just keep an eye on his movement.
So could they be onto something here? And he's managed to get free. Plenty to aim at here. He's been taken down and the referee has pointed at the spot. So a big chance now from 12 yards. The keeper doing his best to put him off. And that's one back! Not much more than a formality.
Well, I'm not sure what body language the keeper was trying to read, but it didn't work.
All of a sudden we have a game here.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Fermin defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Neymar showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Dani Olmo conjures time and space where few can. Ghana needing a change of fortune here. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card.
Substituição em andamento.
Ghana choosing to make the first change. And that's off target.
Look, his thinking was more audacious than his attempt.
Van Bronckhorst is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Ghana perhaps contemplating their next change here. Neymar stood his ground strongly. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And he's there to make the challenge. Raul. And this is Berbatov. He won't be happy with that one. Now it's Neymar. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Berbatov.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
That has not gone well. Can he get it through? Oh, played right into his path. And the finish! And no mistake. Right back in it. Almost no time remaining. Game still on. That is so good. Such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
Oh, what a game we have on our hands here.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Messi.
Botafogo really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to...
Real chance! Goal! Botafogo! Into the lead once more. His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Well, so often it comes down to that quality on the final pass, and we've got it here, Peter. The defence might want to have a good look at themselves as to how they let it happen.
Botafogo have their lead.
What a great time to score, but it does give the manager a real headache. Does he sit on this lead now, or try and finish it off?
The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Donadoni. Just 5 minutes remaining now. He's in a good... Berbatov! Now, who's going to be first to this? Hangs in a... Roll! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Alexander-Arnold. Oh, that's well spotted. Little doubt, that is a foul. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. Well, he's hit it long, but astray. Donadoni. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Nicely weighted ball. No, it's come to nothing. Conte. Tries a measured ball. Walker cuts it out. Oh, good-looking ball. De Jong kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Into stoppage time, whistle due any moment. Zanetti wins the duel this time. That has been slung wide.
That's good play from him.
Great ball, and he's in here. Brilliantly cut out. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, that was intense, an enjoyable contest that either could easily have won. Ultimately... So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here.
Hello,
A
everybody,
clear
and
night,
welcome
all
to
the
today's
ingredients for a
match.
showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So straight into the action. Alexander-Arnold making good progress on the right-hand side. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, this fella, Donnarumma, is someone who's been catching our eyes ever since he made his top-flight debut at the age of 16. He's had to grow up very quickly because of that, and it shows in his positional awareness and consistency. And you've got to remember, his shot-stopping is second to none.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Donatoni. Oh, it's inches away from being a really good ball. Ghana with the corner, there first.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's Amadou Onana. Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, some tackle that. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Neymar.
Well, neither team has yet managed to impose any authority, and as a consequence, this game's just drifted.
Camavinga. Cristiano Ronaldo. Engages and forces him off the ball. To Messi. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Akanji, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Caicedo. Oh, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Tries one from range! Oh, it's fallen loose again! Well, now it's a race for the ball. But he's left disappointed. Corner number 2 then. Camavinga can clear it away. And now a sudden chance to counter. Not getting too much time on the ball here, that is good pressing. Neymar. Neither of these two want to come off second best. That is ended up in no man's land. Now it's Berbatov. Raul. Oh, what? And he shoots! He scored! How smart was that? Such a delicate finish.
Yeah, the keeper was thinking about his angles, and Loft just took him out of the equation. Elementary.
You felt it was coming. 1-0.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the...
He's had a shot! Well taken goal. They are purring, truly purring. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Ghana are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining...
Donadoni! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
I think that was probably what the opposition wanted him to do, Peter. They're not going to be overly worried if he's shooting from that sort of distance.
Showing great feet there. It's a goal kick. Could be danger here. Oh, nice touch. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
Well, what goes through a player's head at times like that is a mystery to me.
And it's Messi. Ghana have hit a quick-fire double here and are well and truly in the driving seat. Shot at goal! Another special Neymar moment! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And they're threatening to fly away here. Stylish in the extreme, a delicious goal.
Oh, how does he get the ball to do that? He's on another level to most of his peers.
Ghana find a position of real strength now. And it's half-time. Well, who would have thought it? A huge chasm between the two teams already, and it might grow even wider in this second half.
Well, they're in a great position, Peter, so why stop now? I would say keep going, keep at it. They've done everything right so far, so they'll want to keep things that way.
Ghana marching seemingly on towards victory, 3-0 at the break. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Spread out to the left. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Oh, he's found support out wide. Oh, shooting chance! And it's there! They are gorging themselves here on a seriously gorgeous scoreline. That really is quite fabulous, all his own doing.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
And yes, it's him again. This is a gloriously greedy performance. He's picked his way through. Decent chance! It's a goal! It hurts, does it not? Oh, how reality hurts.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. And a chance! And that's past the post.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Oh, that is asking for trouble. Takes a shot! He's got a goal! And there's your hat-trick hero. He is simply indefatigable.
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised.
And that means just one thing. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Rijkaard. Tanucci. And this is Ronaldo. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. Donadoni. That's good running with the ball. Looking to play him in. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Yellow or red? It is red. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. Showing good feet. An uncompromising challenge. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo. Onana tries to pass it through. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Shot could be on. And the shot! Goal! And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins where these teams are at.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
As if 3 weren't enough, this is nigh on utopian. Berbatov! And one more try! And he steered it beyond the post.
Well, he certainly reacted quicker than anyone else, Peter. He just couldn't keep his composure in the end.
Camavinga. Messi running with the ball. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Can he finish? No, that's just wide.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Berbatov. Coming on the field.
Ghana still have the cards to affect this game.
Batistuta.
Batistuta, and the shot! And there's a goal! And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here. This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Camavinga has been shown a yellow card for that offence, just to confirm.
Neymar clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
It's a searching pass. Caicedo. And here's the chance to counter. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Ghana needed that. They really needed it.
Simply brilliant defence.
Goes for a shot! It's a goal! How many? Just how many? The gulf in class is vast.
After 83 minutes.
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
Gabriel Batistuta. Gabriel Batistuta. Substitution for Ghana. Number 4, Donadoni. Number 18, Raul. Coming on the field, number 23, Danny Olmo. Number 16, Fermin.
So a bit of a revolving door here. Lots and lots of changes.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Al Nassr with a corner and hardly any time left on the clock. And it's been taken short. And it's Neymar. He'll try from distance! Oh, he's kept it out, that's a great save. Al Nassr have their second corner now. Alexander-Arnold goes short. Ghana have the chance to go the other way. The ball has bounced loose now. Cristiano Ronaldo! And that has faded wide. Rijkaard.
6 added minutes has been indicated.
Neymar gets a foot in here. Kyle Walker proves too strong. Oh, can he get onto this? Dani Olmo. Great ball and he's in here. And Batistuta! And it's in! And this is getting ridiculous. Borderline crazy.
Absolutely no element of fluke either. Makes this even more worrying in some ways.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, talk about
Impressive jump. It's in! And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next? So that's it. It is all over. Oh, this is a side which is purring, picture perfect to win. They will relish having pulverised what was put in front of them. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So we're very much on the way now. Now it's Lampard, and this is Del Piero. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Fermin! Brilliant from Lopez! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And it's Garner who go in front. He hit that like he meant it, absolutely speared it in.
Well, he's absolutely drilled that, Peter. When you hit it like that, the keeper's not going to be able to do much about it.
Japan finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Maldini. Nesta. Oh, that pass isn't the best. That is ended up in no man's land. Platini. So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. And it's Olmo. Fermin receives it in a good position here. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Lampard. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning.
Can he finish? And he hits the net. And they're threatening to fly away here. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. So that's 2 now without reply.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
And this is Lampard. Now it's Lampard. Nice sequence of passes, this. Seedorf. Onana was in no mood for any of that. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Lampard providing an outlet on that flank. Pass somewhat off target. Now who's going to be first to this? Dani Olmo, and here's the chance to counter. And no, that was never going to make it. Lampard. Opts for safety. And he's being shifted off it. Now it's Batistuta. Dani Olmo. Yaya Toure. And it's Seedorf. Maldini. And it's Seedorf. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Engages and forces him off the ball. Rijkaard. This is a promising build-up. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Not the most accurate pass. Maldini. Oh, he's trying to skip past his man. Well, that looks a decent ball. Lampard.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Ghana heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. Aimed beyond the defence. And this is Ronaldo. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, that was no routine save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And we have our very first corner. And a header! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
We've got 5 minutes till half-time. That has not gone well. Looking tidy in possession here. Platini. Yaya Toure. Platini. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Knocks it into space. Thuram kept aware. And it is reclaimed easily. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Seedorf. And it's Michel Platini. Onana. And the whistle goes for half-time. How would you review the first half?
Ghana really did kick on after getting that first goal. Could they have gone another one and killed the game off completely? Possibly. But as long as they can keep up the intensity, maintain the purpose levels, I think they'll get another chance soon enough.
Ghana firmly in control at the break. 2-0 the scoreline. Away we go again. Silvestre. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Rijkaard. That is good alertness. Yaya Toure. Lampard. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Now it's Batistuta. Platini. And it's Seedorf. Nicely weighted ball. Onana. Now it's Batistuta. Well, that is one way to stop him. Rijkaard. And here's Lopez. And here's Batistuta. And this is Ronaldinho. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Zanetti. Oh, can he get onto this? And it's Michel Platini. Now, can they get him away? Del Piero! And that's a sharp finish. Just 1 in it now. The game takes on a whole new complexion. A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
Japan cut their deficits and look raring to go again.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Silvestre wins the duel this time. Ghana needed that. They really needed it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Oh, what has happened here? Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Ghana are looking pretty rattled at the moment, Jim.
There's no doubt about that, Peter. It looks like they've had the proverbial carpet swept from underneath them. And it's amazing how much one goal can change things.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to make any prediction on this right now. Tanucci did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Oh, well, Batistuta! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no. Can he get it through? And that is expertly dealt with. He's had a shot! And he's really put himself on the line here.
Substitution in progress.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides. And this is... He's having a shot! And that's a good finish. Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. Terrific goal, what a super sharp finish.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part.
Great chance! And there's a goal! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
Yeah, and he has to change his ways, or this referee could soon change his status.
Luis Suarez ploughing through the middle. Roll, chasing after it. Now it's Ibrahimovic.
Japan really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Conte. Passing is crisp and sharp. And here's Neymar. Neymar was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Schmeichel getting this one clear. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Yaya Toure. Messi. And he's intervened well there. Early ball out from the back. It's a pretty loose pass. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Not the most accurate pass. Rijkaard. Berbatov. Garner, close now to seeing this one through to the end. Tanucci cuts out the pass.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
Looking to play him in. Oh, that's a key interception. Nesta.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
There will be 4 extra minutes. Now this could be a chance. Whistle's gone and they've got themselves a free kick. The final whistle is imminent, but I do think he'll allow time for this free kick.
Yeah, this could well be defined.
Cruyff! Denied by a great piece of goalkeeping.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
And that's it. Ghana can finally smile now. They have held on in a difficult watch for both sets of fans. A truly emotional roller coaster, that.
A quick reminder today.
What are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Ghana definitely came out on top simply because they were allowed to march through the middle, something they jumped onto.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here.
everybody,
A
and
clear
welcome
night,
to
all
today's
the
match.
ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Things already rolling. How are you reading this formation, Jim Beglin?
Well, it's a formation, Peter, that lends itself to good possession and control in midfield because you've got the numbers there, a higher concentration. Backing that up with enough attacking dynamism is down to managers who want to get at teams. It can be used in cautious terms too, but certainly if you want to advance a little quicker and you have that attitude, then you can be very positive about this too.
Fermin. Oh, it's Batistuta. Whistle's gone, that's foul. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. And this is Ronaldinho. Oh, that's neat. Oh, that's a fine challenge. And that was very necessary. And it's Rijkaard. Played into space. Floated through. Couldn't squeeze it through. And this is Count. Nice interception, well timed. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Marquinhos, he's one of the toughest and most competitive centre-backs in the business.
Dani Olmo! It's there! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So, a breakthrough already. And the pass is intercepted. Zanetti. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Looking to play him in. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Pass somewhat off target. Batistuta. And now the breakaway. Dani Olmo.
Shanghai Port definitely like their pressing from the front.
Yeah, it's relentless at times, Jim, isn't it? High energy, high intensity.
Standard practice nowadays, Peter. Make sure you don't give your opponents any time to think on the ball.
And it's Count.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and a lad ambitious and adventurous too. Okay, it didn't quite come off. The execution, I think, needs a retry, maybe with a better outcome.
The referee has given a corner. And we have our very first corner. That has been knocked clear. And they're back on the ball again. In by Count. Cleared without hesitation. Fermin. Ronaldinho. Dani Olmo. Vardiol makes the interception. Rudiger. Conte. And it's Olmo. Lopez. And he stands tall, impenetrable. That's been slipped through. Oh, just to keep a big chance! Kyle Walker. And Fermin. Dani Olmo. And it's been played through. Dani Olmo. Dani Olmo. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Mbappe. He's had a shot! It's a goal! They are right back in business.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
After 33 minutes.
That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides.
And the shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And now they can spring out of defence. Zanetti. That has not gone well. Zanetti. He is sporting a guilty look after that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Really didn't have enough to concern the defence. Fermin. Knocks it into space. Look at the space. It's Ronaldinho! And that has been knocked clear. That pass isn't the best. Conte. And here's Lopez. Fermin really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
That pass has been well intercepted. Oh, no joy this time. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. That's a little off target. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square.
And a quick reminder today.
So it's one each. How are you seeing it, Jim?
Well, it's been an exciting half, Peter, with each side having chances and good spells of possession. I'm hoping that both will keep this open approach.
So 45 minutes of uncompromising football, and at the break, it's one each. Ghana get the second half going. And they're on him in a flash. Rijkaard. It's a pretty loose pass. Conte. Oh, it's Batistuta. Oh, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Looking for options for movement. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Not the most accurate pass. Threads one in. Always onto this. Come off the upright. Oh, he's been caught on it here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Couch. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. That's a throw. Not the most convincing of passes.
Gerrard really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Oh, it's Kante. Lee Kang in. Couch.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
He's looking wide. He has found the way through. That's a foul, no two ways about it. This could spell real trouble. We know he has already been booked. Marquinhos has been sent off, just to confirm that, of course, that was his second yellow card. Silvestre. Rijkaard. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. That's been slipped through. Rijkaard. Now it's Ronaldinho. Now it's Lopez. Brilliantly cut out. Gerrard. Walker kept his eye on it, and he's there. Now it's Lee Kang-in. He's a sharp little ball here. Pepe. Now he's got space here. And no, that was never going to make it. Conte. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Well read, nice interception. Now that looks a decent ball. It's a throw-in.
Substitution on the field. Number 11, Lee Kang-in. Number 7, Dirk Kuyt. Coming on the field, number 22, McAllister. Number 98, Van
Aimed
Dijk.
beyond the defence.
Substitution
Chance
taking
for a
place.
shot! And that's a tidy finish. And they're back in front. A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Substitution.
Ghana making further changes here and in quick succession.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination, and his job's going to be to add that element of craft and guile, the man pulling the strings.
Ghana have their lead.
This is the perfect example of how to play with a man advantage. Move the opposition from side to side, wear them down, deserve goal.
Tries to play it through. He's one-on-one, surely!
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Oh, that's a booking, always looked it. And it's Neymar. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Towering header! Crossbar comes to the rescue. And he's managed to get rid.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Shapes to shoot! Goal! And there's the goal they've been looking for. You don't keep those outs. He knew, he just knew.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
Ghana now in a position far more desirable.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
Donatoni. Rijkaard. Now it's Neymar. Oh, that's a key interception. Silvestre. That's good running with the ball. Donatoni. Good purposeful running this. Dani Olmo. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Silvestre. Donatoni. Now it's Berbatov. Great vision. Oh, that's beautifully weighted. Can he finish? And again. Relentless. Just relentless. With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
That's smart play from him, actually, Peter. That goal was all about positioning. He knew instinctively where to be should the keeper have gotten a little jittery.
It's starting to look like a done deal now. Nicely weighted ball. And he shoots! And there's a goal! His utter joy! He engages with absolute happiness. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
Ghana are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. Great defending, strong and determined. And that is that. Well, that was a tale of two very different teams. One driven, ruthless, prolific. The other quite the opposite in all of those areas. The result, a very accurate reflection of what we saw. Berbatov claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little...